Yeah, thanks. I agree that rent stabilization statewide policy around that would be very important and good. I think it's important to acknowledge that $250 million is not enough. That should just be the start. We have to also acknowledge that we have, different cities and towns with different dynamics. The Narragansett Indian tribe built out elderly housing in the early 2000s, and the town of Charlestown killed permitting, and those houses were then vandalized. Elderly housing, no one spoke up. We had the rent relief program, and I've been very vocal about my concerns about Rhode Island Housing and its management outsourcing work to a Utah call center that had protocols in place where if you didn't respond after a certain number of emails, you were rejected. No discussions around accessibility or tech literacy or all of these important issues that relate to age as well. So as governor, it is important, and certainly will be my point, to ensure that the organizations that we're working with are taking all of this into account, or we will not work with them any longer. We continue to work with intermediaries that talk about equity, but don't do the work that they need to do. And I mean that. Delia Rodriguez from Providence's school district ran community-based clinics for some of those rent relief applications. Representative Leonella Felix was running clinics. Direct Action for Rights and Equality were running clinics. I was there, but I have to give credit to these organizations, the mutual aid organizations that are doing the work and not even getting paid for it, versus the organizations getting 6 figures of salaries for multiple people and then getting all the glory. And that's what continues to happen in Rhode Island. And it is not right, it is unjust, and that is not how we move forward. We do need to redo our zoning laws. We need to work with different cities and towns. We need to tackle the hard truth of this history of classism that continues to divide us and talk about mixed housing. How do we bring elderly housing together in the sphere of low income and affordable housing, and even subsidized housing? Unless people can live together and come to grips with the fact that you can be poor and you can live a life of dignity and you can live beside those who are wealthier, like nothing is going to change. So my commitment as governor is to put the money where it needs to go, but also to have the hard conversations that we need to have.